This is a permaculture update on my compost pile. I'm not going to turn the compost pile right now because I turned it yesterday around 5 p.m. So I'm just going to show you what's going on. You're going to see there's a bunch of little flies, little tiny flies flying around. And the stick load is definitely reduced. My pile is much smaller, but it's definitely working. When I turned it yesterday, it did have a little bit of an anaerobic smell to it. So this is probably too wet. And there's probably not enough green material to really get it to work really fast. But you can see that the material is definitely converting to compost. I'll eventually take all the stick material out, even stuff that's small like this, eventually will go out of the pile. And everything big will be definitely removed. And that's why I have these screens, that big screen and that little screen. That's to sieve the compost out. I don't prefer the screens at these angles. I would have preferred to have a steeper angle, but I just didn't have the material to make them taller. That little one doesn't work nearly as well as I want it to. I would have preferred that little one to be more like this big one, and then it would have worked better. And if I could have gotten the length on the backboards to be taller, it would have been better. So, but it did screen out all this material over here. You see all this stick mass. I removed all this stick mass last week from the material. And you can see the back of the compost pile where there's still a bunch of stick mass. See all the little flies cruising around? That's totally normal, perfectly fine. When I did flip this, I found a bunch of compost worms, which I was happy with, but that also means the pile's not getting very hot. It's not heating up. So this is a very slow process because I didn't have any manures or activators to start this pile with. I just put it together and watered it. So this is still working. It's still making good compost. I've added biochar to it, or charcoal to it, which is going to be biochar eventually. And it's mixing its way through. The larger chunks will eventually get stripped out again and broken down and put into the next pile, because I got lump charcoal. Because I didn't make the biochar myself. This is lump charcoal. It's very big. You can see it's as big as my hand is. And I need to break this down into a finer material so I can actually work to absorb the nutrients from the compost. So there you go. There's your update for the compost pile today. Have a great day.